I guess you could say instead of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, it's Fire Girl and Water Boy. Woo. I literally could not think of a fucking intro. That's the best I got.
It's, yeah. Better than the movie.
Oh my goodness. Hi guys, welcome back to the Charming Analysis podcast. I'm Mari.
Jay.
And to much of Jay's disapproval, we are going to be talking about Elemental. So why don't you explain what Elemental's about, honey?
It's ripped off Zootopia.
Give an actual description.
That is an actual description.
That's just your opinion.
It is a rip-off Zootopia, but with elements. That's it. That's what it is. You want to give a real explanation? Go ahead. Go for it.
Basically, it's about a fire girl named Ember whose family ended up coming from the Firelands to live in, I guess it's Elemental City, I believe is what the name of the city is. It's basically home to different elements like cloud people, tree people, water people, and fire people. So her dad basically wants her to run the shop, and she is just trying to get her father's approval, meeting a water guy named Wade to go up to some nasty shenanigans, and basically trying to prove to her father that she's capable of maintaining his store and his livelihood.
You see, you do these things so much better than me. I don't know
you
why
do better ones than me.
I don't know why you never explain the summary.
I do sometimes. It depends on what it is. Okay, this is one that I watched more of and paid attention more to than you compared to me. So
yeah, clearly.
But yeah, that's basically the gist of what the movie is about. So, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I guess you can go first. You have so much more to say about it.
Okay.
Like, the things that you like is much more of a list than mine.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll start. We'll both like. I'll start with what I think about this, and then I'll give you the floor with it. So, personally, okay. So here's my thoughts, general thoughts on Elemental. I think it's good. However, it does have a lot of, like, stuff that they kind of missed the mark on a little bit. So, I feel like the concept in and of itself is good. Does it remind you of Zootopia? A little bit, yes. But not entirely. Like, personally for me, I like the idea that they were going with. Do I feel like they could have done it a bit better? Honestly, yeah. I do like this. I do like the movie. I do think it is good. Is it the greatest thing Pixar's done? Not really. There's some better ones out there. But I still think it is a genuinely good Pixar movie. They just missed the mark on, like, a lot of things. Pacing is not the best in some areas. Like, some areas ran for way too long. And this movie's only, like, an hour, right?
You always get the notion that these things are like an hour when, like...
It's like hour 30, I believe. Something like that. Anyway, personally for me, the pacing was not the best in some parts of this movie. They condensed a lot into this movie. And I feel like the pacing of it... Stop itching your head, honey.
What did they condense? Like, because it was just a very fucking, like...
Basic plot.
It's so basic, dude.
It is.
And I was like, I'm fine with basic plots and shit. It's just nothing. Oh, God. It was not good. It was pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I don't think it's the worst Pixar thing that they've done. Like, it's not the worst. I feel like, to much of its detriment, I feel like it has some good points. It has some very low points. Example being the parts of this...
You just like to not tear a lot of things down, do you?
I don't mind tearing things down, but I'm not just, like, ripping it. I'm not trying to rip the rug from underneath it. I'm trying to kind of break it down.
The boredom to, like, you don't equivocate boredom to bad.
Not really. Bad is kind of different to me than just boredom. Like, anyway, as I was saying. So, to me, the pacing is a bit off in a good few areas. A couple examples will be when Ember and Wade first met. I feel like they could have done that a whole lot better. I feel like they could have done their first meeting together a lot better. I feel like Wade just basically looked like a crybaby for like their first meeting. And I know it's supposed to show that he's sensitive, but I feel like they could have shown he was sensitive in a lot more of a mature way.
Oh, fucking hell.
What?
I did not buy any of their I did not buy anything. I did not buy this whole fucking relationship that they were having. And I hate, I hate that. I hate that Waterboy's introduction so goddamn much.
I will agree.
It is probably the worst introduction to a
Pixar.
romantic interest I've ever seen. It is probably the worst one I've ever seen.
And that I will agree with you on,
It is
honestly.
the worst introduction.
They really made Wade...
Terrible.
They really made Wade's
Terrible
intro terrible, honestly. Like, I will say that. Their first meeting together, honestly, was not the best. I feel like they could have executed Wade a whole lot better. There's a difference between making someone sensitive and making someone a crybaby. Example, since I am technically sensitive, I would have handled Wade's character a bit differently. I would have handled it where they show like their softer side more and stuff like that, instead of just making him a full-on crybaby. I feel like they missed the mark with his character when he's first getting introduced. I feel like he got better over the course of the movie by like a bit.
Okay, can I just say it doesn't really matter about the introduction. I think the whole script is so bad. It is legit. It is terrible writing. Really, really bad writing. It's like this. It's like, okay, the first draft, the story about an immigrant family. Boom, done. That's it. And then he just went with the basic ass shit fucking story, generic ass plot that you could ever see. And I would be fine with that if it was literally, if anything were to grab me. But no, I thought it was bad writing, bad. Animation was so fucking just not... It was not there. I just did not see why it needed to be told with elements.
I
didn't care for like seeing that in animation at all. Maybe somebody out there will, but I thought it was like, okay, I guess it's another thing that Pixar hasn't fucking tried yet in a long time. I'm just like, what happened? What happened to, like, you know, people, like, making stories that they want to tell instead of doing another fucking allegory story that I cannot... That keeps getting worse and worse every time someone fucking does it. Like, I legit... It just is... It's just inept. It's getting to a point where it's ineptitude at some point, and I'm just like, I don't want this anymore, especially when there's so much other better options to do anything. Like, even as much of as propaganda as Zootopia is, it probably handled it a lot better, you know.
I will agree.
Like, I don't... Whatever, I don't mean to tear down a personal story from what I've seen from this guy, like, who seems to be, like, they really were banking on this guy to actually make a good movie. Did he also, I think he was also part of The Good Dinosaur.
I don't know. Like,
I don't remember, but it's like, I don't get why you just want to tell mediocre stories. I really don't. Especially when it's just, we're going to have this basic story, but it's with an animal. Or it's going to be with a plant or something. I don't know. Like, we're gonna tell the exact same stories that we can make with humans, but we're making them into do different things because kids will like it better. I'm sure kids will like it better, but, like, it doesn't interest me as an adult anymore. Maybe because, like, you know, I'm not a kid anymore. And I've seen these stories so many times. And I'm just like, maybe I'm just done. I'm just done with watching, like mediocre movies. I'm done with watching bullshit movies. I want to start I want to watch good movies. I try to seek out good movies to see instead of the bad ones, unless they're, like, comically bad or they make me angry. I don't know. Like, I remember, like, I don't know. Like, Ralph Breaks the Internet made me so fucking angry. And, like, what is another, like, a comedy? Like,
I think you went this into a full-on rant.
No, it's not a rant. It's just, like, I'm just done. I'm just done with watching, like, these, like, okay... Like, I'm done with watching these, like, mediocre trash. It's not good, especially the fact that, like, why? Why did this, like... Of course it didn't do anything here in the US. Of course it didn't do anything. Like, this is better translated to people who, like, you know, it's better translated to people over in, like, you know, overseas. Because it's like, you don't have to do anything. It's just pretty fucking colors for your kid to see. And people will go, you know, do that. But there's nothing interesting about this fucking movie. And I hate it when, like, it's just dull kids movies. I don't like dull kids movies. If there's anything that you shouldn't be, it's a dull fucking kids movie. Like, I get the point of simplicity, okay? I love simplistic kids movies when they come out. I gushed about fucking, like, you know, Winnie the Pooh and those fucking movies. Like, I'll be a fucking, I'll go out there and I'll, like, praise those fucking movies. And they have the most simplest of stories and like, you know, the simplest of characters, but they make it work and entertaining. And this is just fucking bad writing, bad fucking jokes, like, bad pacing, all of this shit. I don't understand how anybody can fucking like it. Honestly. I don't understand that. So, yeah, I don't care. I was
Don't say your rating yet.
I'm not saying, but I was, like, bored out of my fucking mind. I was like, oh my god, this is dull and inept.
Okay, look.
I'm not saying you will, whatever, you can give your side of the thing. It's just, like, it's not me. I've seen this so many times that I'm just like, I'm done. I don't want to watch it anymore.
Okay. Breathe. Breathe.
It's your turn now. Okay. You keep ranting.
I was not expecting you to go on a full-fledged fucking rant about elements, but okay, here we are. But I'll say this about the movie and stuff. It has potential. The animation...
It has potential. You keep saying it has potential, but it didn't live... Did it do that potential? No. You can't
You're not even letting me finish.
Yeah, but you can't give something like, you know, it has potential. You watched the movie. Did it reach that potential? No. So you can't give something potential when it didn't reach it.
Are you that mad about
elements? I'm not that mad. I'm just saying, what causes people to enjoy
simpler movies?
No, dull movies. Like,
to me, this was not dull. Can I finish what I was saying?
Right.
This was not dull, in my opinion. Like, okay, let me see if I can word this a bit better. So,
it's corporate trash. That's what this is.
Can I please talk? Like, look, the animation definitely was beautiful in this. I feel like people, not my bean, are making a bigger deal out of this than it has to be. Like, I understand, you know, it's not the best when it comes to, like, its plot. It's pretty simple. But I do still think that despite having a bit of flaws to it, it is still good. Is it good like the other stuff that Pixar's done? No. Do I feel like this could have been done a lot better? They could have reworked the script a bit more. And I did enjoy the character moments between Ember and Wade after they started hanging out with each other. I think the best points...
I didn't even buy it. I did not buy anything of that, like, fucking relationship. It was so... When you're writing romance, you need to have a key understanding of what topic you're writing about. Like, you need to understand, like, what scripts you want, like, what scripts that you, like, are inspired by when it comes to writing romance. I did not feel a fucking inch and second thought of it, because they clearly thought of the immigrant story before they thought of the romance, even though that's what this movie was sold on. Which is fucking hilarious to me.
I think I made Jay have a mental breakdown over elements.
No, I'm like... This is like, it's so, like, really? You guys clearly thought of one thing before you thought of the other. We should have never built up Pixar. We should have never, ever, I know it was the first studio to do 3D animation, cool, good. We should have never built them up. We should have never built them up, and just, like, every single movie that came out, we should have just judged it on individuality. Like, how good individually is this movie? And not expect Pixar to release banger after banger after banger after banger.
Like, not everything is
because
gonna be
now
good.
They've created a couple piles of shit, like, in between those bangers now. They haven't even made a good banger one in such a long time.
And what's your definition of a good banger from them?
I don't know. When I
just so I can understand.
I mean, like, I don't know. It's hard because now they're under Disney's umbrella. Whatever to Disney goes. Maybe it was like they had more creativity when they weren't bought out by Disney. You know, like the last one I can think of is like Coco, which I felt like a more emotion. Like, I felt more emotion the fucking first 5 minutes of fucking Coco than I did anything here.
Which I can understand, like, as well.
I don't know. Was that the last good one that they ever released? What other did they release after that? The Good Dinosaur? Wait, what? That was not... No,
I don't think that was...
That was not before.
I don't think that was before.
Cars 3?
I don't know.
Cars 3?
To be honest with you.
Toy Story 4?
I will say this.
Sequels? Like, legit just sequels?
At least compared
to, like,
to all the
movies?
at least compared to the sequels, at least it's something different and it's original.
I don't know.
So can we at least say that?
I think the sequels are better than this, honestly.
Really?
For what I've seen, yeah.
That's crazy.
And I think those sequels can be dull, and actually badly written too, because clearly they didn't get the original writers who wrote those movies. But yeah, it's not good. It's not...
Let's take a breath. Anyway.
Are you trying to find, like, okay, maybe I'll get through this avenue. Maybe I'll talk about this. Like,
look, I'm not expecting people to like it. Okay. I'm not expecting people to like the movie. Am I trying to convince you to at least give it a chance before you judge it?
I did give it a chance.
Yes.
I did give it a chance.
Because here's the thing.
I've watched this movie on, like loop. On, like, because TikTok kept showing me, like, clips and clips of it. Every time I kept on watching it, I was like, God, this dialogue is bad.
They could have done better with the dialogue. I will say that as well.
It just is not good. It doesn't look good. It just is. It's like...
Okay.
It's bargain bin trash is what it is. I've seen better bargain bin movies than this.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Truly.
So since me explaining it is not going... I'm not trying to convince you to like the movie, okay? I understand you're not going to like it. You can
like it. I don't care.
I do think it's good. I liked it. Do I think it's the best movie that they've done? No. I do think it was an enjoyable watch, in my opinion. I will say this. Stuff that I didn't like about this movie. Because the only stuff I liked, besides a bit of the chemistry between Ember and Wade, like the middle part of their chemistry in the movie was, like, the best of it. Like, when they're actually, like, hanging out and shit like that, I enjoyed that. Up until, like, the whole thing with the glass dam, I guess. That's kind of where the best...
It would have been...
You're not even letting me finish!
It would have been 10 times better if it was just a silent film. If Pixar really wanted to fucking take a risk, make this silent. Make it not talk. Make it not talk.
They're never gonna fucking do that.
Which I know they would never fucking do. But you have fucking Disney Plus, don't you? You can put whatever shit you want on there. You have fucking nature documentaries and, like, other fucking documentaries. And, like, look how much shit you can put on just Disney Plus. Dump it on Disney Plus. Have it be a silent film. It would have gotten way more reception. It would have actually earned their fucking
Bean,
awards.
can I please finish what I'm saying before you start?
I'm trying to make it, like, better in my head. Like, would it have been better as a silent film? Probably. It would probably have been as good as their fucking Pixar shorts. I don't know.
Anyway.
It would have been better as a short.
Can I finish what I'm saying, and then I can let you ramble as much as you want? So, good stuff I liked about it. Animation I thought was beautiful, along with, like, the backgrounds and shit like that. The chemistry between Ember and Wade near the middle of the movie was good. And honestly, that's it. That's literally the only three good...
And all, like,
that's literally it.
You fight for this movie for only to get two things out of it that you liked.
Can I finish?
That was it?
You're not even giving me a chance to finish.
You literally finished. You said that was it.
Can I finish? Stuff I was neutral about is a lot of the other stuff. Here's the... Okay, a lot of the other parts of the movie I was neutral about because people are making such a big fucking deal about this being, like, the worst thing Pixar has done. And it's really not. Like, Pixar's done worse, in my opinion. They've done worse.
Cars 2 is the worst.
Yes. Cars 2 is still the worst, in my opinion. But we are eventually going to do the Cars movies and review them, because that'll be fucking interesting.
I can't wait.
That'll be fucking interesting.
I can't wait.
Anyway.
I will be excited to revisit Cars 1.
Yeah, definitely.
I will say that.
Definitely.
Probably revisiting Cars 1 is going to be a fucking trip.
Anyway. I just realized I had to, like, put your phone back on. But anyway. Stuff I did not like about Elemental. And then I'll let my bean rant as much as
I'm done ranting. I'm done.
You wait, let me get this fucking straight. Let me finish.
I'm waiting on you.
Let me finish.
I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you.
You would not let me fucking say anything for the entirety of this fucking podcast, and now you're done ranting? Why did you have to rant while I'm talking?
You go ahead and say your negative stuff.
Oh my gosh, Jay. I love you, but it's not even that hard.
Go ahead.
Anyway, stuff I did not like about the movie. It's not as many negatives as you think.
You literally only pointed out 2 other positive things about this movie.
Can I fucking finish? My goodness. Anyway, I love you, honey, but please let me finish what I am saying. You have interjected all the times I'm trying to explain shit, and I lost my train of thought several times. I'm not trying to be a butt, but you need to wait your turn. I love you, but please wait your turn.
Okay.
You should have waited until I was done.
Fine, go ahead.
Thank you. Okay. No more interruptions. Let me talk about my negative stuff.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. I'm not trying to be a butt.
Be negative, come on.
Okay, stuff that I feel like is negative but needs improvement. They should have rewritten Wade's story, in my opinion. Like, they should have rewritten his personality in the introduction. I feel like the crybaby thing was fine with Wade for like a little bit.
I hate when you only have like one quirk to your...
That's the other thing I was going to say. You can't just make the character's personality one thing. You can't make them that one-dimensional. Especially if they're a main fucking character. Like Wade, as an example.
Ironic thing that this whole movie is just one-dimensional. It really is.
Can I finish? Thank you. I'm not trying to be a butt, honey. But you have been interjecting over and over again.
I mean, you can't agree that it is kind of one-dimensional trash.
In some aspects, yes. Okay? In some aspects, yes. Okay?
Okay.
Anyway, I'm not mad at you. I'm just... Can I please finish? I'm trying to be nice. I am trying to be nice about it. But you will keep interjecting, and I'm not trying to be a butt. It was fine a little bit when Wade was crying every now and then. You're allowed to show you're sensitive, but that doesn't mean you make that your entire personality for the fucking thing. That's where I feel like they should have fixed him. You have other ways of showing that a character is sensitive. Like I mentioned before, showing their softer side. Showing them, like, you know, them caring about other people and stuff like that.
It's a softer side.
Because you keep interrupting. And I will give him a little bit of props for how he handled himself past the beginning of his introduction. They handled him a bit better in some aspects. But I will say this. Stop doing the crybaby thing. Please. Wade should not be a crybaby. That shouldn't be the only thing he is. I was fine with it just being him. Now you make his family crybabies too? Why the fuck are you making his parents crybabies along with his family? They're barely even in the movie. And that's all their character is. Oh, this is Wade, the crybaby. Oh, this is his crybaby family. You could have written them better. It was right there.
That should be a sports team name. The Crybabies. Actually, that's every sports team. Never mind. I'm just...
Oh my
That's
gosh.
every sports team.
Anyway. That's something I will definitely say. I don't like that they, besides making Wade the crybaby, why'd you make his family crybabies too? They could have done something so much better with that. That I will admit was a pet peeve of mine. Stop making Wade and his family crybabies. Stop it. That shouldn't be the only thing you're focused on. I'm getting gassy just by doing this.
The designs on Moses Jones look better than this.
Yes. I get you don't like this movie. That doesn't mean you gotta be a booty about it.
I'm just trying to think of other movies that are better.
Oh, good lord. Here we go. Anyway. I liked a lot of the character designs as well. I feel like Ember's character design was just beautifully done. I hate the parts when she was just looked like a saggy mess when she was getting really, really dull and flame. That bothered me. Just the way her face kind of looked like E.T. near that one part where she's crying. Why do you look like E.T., bitch? Stop looking like E.T. That definitely bothered me. Also, I'm not going to get over this. The plant kid. He was annoying. The plant kid was annoying. I see what people were coming from with it. At first I thought, oh, he can't be that bad. He was bad. The plant kid I hated. Leave the poor fire lady alone, bitch. Dude. You're like skibbity toilet generation at this point. You're not even giving any riz. He gave no riz.
He's a fucking shit kid. Don't talk about kids giving riz. That's probably inappropriate.
Okay, fine, never mind. Skip that. But I still did not like him. That's really all I can think of with the pet peeves off the top of my head. Mainly just at least 5 things. But, I guess another thing. So. Stupid fridge. Anyway. This movie had hit marks on some areas while missing in a lot of others. The script definitely should have been rewritten better. And it should have also, I will also point this out because you mentioned this when we were watching it. It sounded like the music barely changed until Ender started actually doing shit. You said the music sounded the same until that point. And I will say that also bothered me a bit. Other than
right here.
You said you noticed that?
I did notice it. I noticed the fact that the music changed to what are those called? What is it called? Like, it changed to like,
I don't know what you're talking
like
about.
some type of gibberish acapella. Like every time.
That's the
Amber,
Love
like,
guy.
did something.
That's the LAUV guy. Love. That's because he wrote the music for part of this. He was the one that did like the.
Okay, but that's the and then like the score was just nothing.
I feel like he could have done better. I don't know if he just.
No, it doesn't matter. If he wrote like songs for the movie, that's fine. It's just, you know, the score itself was just nothing.
Definitely, the score wasn't much. It really wasn't much, and I will say that. Anyway, this is already 30 minutes. Good Lord.
Oh my God.
All right, so
give me your fucking rating.
Okay. Other than that, it's an average movie. I feel like we're probably not going to fucking remember it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to hear your rating first before I give it.
Well, clearly we're never going to get another... Clearly we're not going to get another Toy Story 2. We're clearly never going to get another fucking Ratatouille. We're clearly not going to get any of these fucking great movies that they ever did. We're never going to get another fucking WALL-E.
You don't know that. We could. You never know.
It's too fucking mandated.
You didn't realize it took forever for them to make a sequel to Finding Nemo.
Yeah, and it sucked. Okay, so yeah, clearly no corporate will always trump any type of fucking creativity that anybody will ever have. Yeah, yeah, this is just fucking boring fucking slob, and I hope that we can forget that this ever happened. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10.
You're giving it a 2?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. I would give it... I think it was pretty average. I feel like I'm not as harsh on shit as you are. I can be harsh on shit, but to me, this was not that bad, honestly. This was not that bad.
It's not insulting.
It's not insulting.
It's not insensitive. It's not harmful to children. But children could watch something
better
so
shit than
much
this.
Better than this.
But yeah, personally for me, I would probably give this a 4.5 out of 10. I feel like they missed the mark on a lot of things. And I feel like they really could have done a bit better. But for what we did get, it's decent. It's decent. But anyway, I don't have anything else to say about it. Do you? Are you done with your little rant?
I'm done with my
You finally...
rant. And then we'll go watch Teenage Kraken. I feel like I'm going to be more kinder to that because it has a better art style.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that. That's going to be the next one we do, which we're going to be watching tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that as well. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Sorry if this is a bit of more rambly video, but that's okay. But as always, I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out. Bye, guys.